Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, CJ Stroud, first ever NFL start, week 1 in Baltimore. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. So before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This is a great way to support the channel. Not only are you supporting the channel, but you're getting even more Quarterback School content. So if you dig the way that I talk and teach ball, you will love the Quarterback School Patreon community, usually long form videos over there trying to recreate what it's like in an NFL quarterback room. So lots of truth, lots of details, nuance about the quarterback position, offensive philosophy, schemes, defensive structure, pressure, coverages, all those types of things. If that sounds like your jam, you'll love the Quarterback School Patreon community. Link is in the video description. Hop over there, join, become a member. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. CJ Stroud, Houston Texans on the road in Baltimore. 4th and 1 early on. We're going for it. Naked left. Oh, no. Tough sack here. I mean, at minimum, you'd hope to throw this ball just because it's 4th down. Now, the reality is they got you. And sometimes you just tip your hat to the defense, not the call that's going to work here. What this is for me is we're just going to try to naked keeper this thing to the left. Again, you've probably heard me on this channel talk quite a bit about how difficult it is to get gun nakeds going. So right here, we're faking to the right and we're coming out to the left. So we'll talk about that. What this play looks like it is it is a sneak or hide flat with the motion, doubled up with another sneak or hide flat coming from behind it. So you're thinking you're going to get one of those. Looks like it's probably paired with a deep shot, deep either corner, out, something out here, and then this backside over. Well, everyone is covered up, and we're going to get kind of worst case scenario right off the edge, right in our face, really times 2. So they've got us twice there. So in reality, you'd love to just say, man, should have probably run the ball in hindsight. But man, that's a lot of speed coming at you. At the end of the day here, quarterback wise, I'm saying there's not a place to go with the ball. But as you come out of this, you really have to be able to take enough of a vertical kind of get out of their path to be able to throw something. Now, if it's not 4th down, then you just throw it at the feet of the flat. But because it's 4th down, you've got to buy enough time, either pump fake and get up underneath, create, do something. We can't take a sack on 4th down. You have to throw it. Now, you don't want to throw a pick 6. But an interception is not the end of the world. It's 4th down. But again, where do you want to throw it? There's nobody open. You know, the only thing that kind of stings here is if you just handed it off, you know, it probably walks for a 1st down to the right. Tough rep. And really, you just tip your hat. But man, that's a tough way to go. This is your first 4th down ever in the league. And you can see they've got you outnumbered, right? I see what they're trying to do with the multiple flats there. You think you get one of them. 6 does a nice job putting pressure right in your face immediately. Yep. You know, if anything, just watch Stroud's depth here. You'd probably love to just run backwards or pedal backwards on the hash and buy enough time to get some sort of throw off. Can't take a sack. Next one here, this is a tough one. We're going to be hot up top. We don't throw it for whatever reason. We have to throw it to either the 1 or the 2 on the short 5-yard in. He's able to then make a play. You know, there's a penalty, so it really doesn't matter. I think just for this video, it's worth realizing we're hot to the right. There's a big duel going on. The right tackle makes the correct read. Now, we're fortunate enough to bail out of it and kind of make something happen, even though the play doesn't matter. But for me, this is never a good sign for a quarterback to have pop on your film anytime at any level. But for our right tackle right here, he's taking a big duel. That means he's going to do the most dangerous 1 to 2 here. So if they both blitz, we are going to be hot. Now, again, without knowing what this play is in their system, it sure looks like this is a hot option and this is a hot option. 2 little short ends. You just got to catch and throw it. You're hot. It's 3rd and shortish. Get it out of your hand. Can't take hits like this. Fortunate not to go down right there or not to really get blasted. But again, you can see catch, throw it to the number 1. Again, easy to do with a clicker. Regardless, nice strength, good awareness right there to kind of spin out of that thing, not go down, good balance, not panic, find a throw for you. But man, I mean, that's a really nice job by the right tackle. See him set out, close the door, but we're hot. And the center is working to the left. The offensive line is going to 6. He drops out. We're hot. Got to throw it. Fortunate not to get hit big there. But man, that's a tough rep. Next one here, man, I love the aggressiveness on 3rd and 4th. Short yardage here, throwing it. The number 2 to the bottom on a little short post. Second window throw. Over the middle. Big 3rd down completion. This is a really nice job kind of taking a shotgun snap that's to the right off the plate. Grab it one-handed and make this throw. So short post to me is just essentially like a little fancy way to say a slant from kind of the slot area. So if this is the number 2 right here, he's going to come off and then come into it. The reason I say second window is because there's a defender, boom, right where you'd want to throw it normally. So usually it's paired with either a 7 or some sort of clear. So let something go here, and then that short post is right behind it. And then he allows that to clear, and then he comes in underneath it. So it's not there immediately, so we can't throw it here. We've got to let that thing develop and then put it on him in that second window where it's a go. And you've got to do all that before the middle field player collisions you. So just a really nice job from Stroud here, operating again. Situational ball, 3rd down, throwing it. No, yes. Right up on him. Nice throw, big collision. That's a nice conversion. Now, this looks like Sunday quarterbacking. No, someone right in your face. Put it right on him. First down. Next one here. This is a rough one for CJ Stroud for my money. The play breaks down, and the trait you never want to have as a quarterback is to make a bad play a disaster. Okay, this is a bad play, pass pro-wise. You can't make it a disaster by throwing up a prayer down the field that probably should be intercepted. Bad decision to throw it. Again, don't make a bad play a disaster. So right here, it's a bad play. Just throw it away. You're outside the pocket unless you know you got something. You know, thanks for nothing right here for whoever's mailboxing us to the left right there. That's hilarious. But can't make that throw. I mean, the only way you make that throw is if he's wide ass open. You know, you're rolling to your left. You're not ripping it. You're like floating it back across the middle late. It really should be intercepted, right? Like, I mean, if that DB could catch, he'd be playing offense. Fortunate right there. Now, what they're doing scheme-wise here, I have no idea. Now, down the field, the in down here to the bottom, number 1, is going to be a big hit. It's going to be wide open. But you've got to have enough time to be able to throw it. What the center is doing with the right guard here, it's not how you want to play football. That's a bad feeling, seeing damn near 400 pounds running at you, unblocked from the 0. Okay, so just watch the technique here with the center. The center is pulling. You can't pull. You can't snap, pull, and block the left guard and let the head up nose run free at the quarterback on a pass play. It's not going to work, dog. This is one of those plays that looks great drawn up. I just, here's my thing about it. Okay, I know that everybody is in vogue with like doing the fancy center stuff now because my guy's got a podcast. It's cool. I love it. He's funny. All good. Okay, if you want to have pulling people, just do the uncovered person. That's the easy way. And it's not that complicated. You don't say, hey, the center's pulling for sure. You say, hey, whoever's uncovered here between the center and the guard, they decide who goes. They have a little call. You take them. I got them. Go. But this is, we can't have this happen. This is just not sound pass protection. You're not giving the quarterback a chance here. And it's silly. It's for who, for what? For what? What if the guard goes? Nothing's different except the nose is blocked. And look at that. Running for our lives back there. Almost turns into a disaster. Nightmare. Next one here, 3rd and 5. This is a pretty nice job from CJ Stroud. I don't know what the hell they're trying to do schematically here. This actually had some like Greg Roman vibes to it as far as concept, but CJ Stroud's able to kind of buy enough time, drift to the right, create out of structure. Again, it's not there. He's working left here, and we'll talk about the scheme. A good enough throw and a first down. But I mean, these are tough to come by first downs. So what is this scheme? This scheme sure looks like what I would call like a slant flat or quick out. So slant by the number 1 and then like a deeper quick out. So normally if you run slant, you run it with a flat, like a now flat. That creates more space, right? Like what's more space? This window, this difference, or this difference. Like, you don't have to be like a math savant to see which one is bigger. Okay, we want the more space usually. And then it's paired with what I'm used to calling just like spot or snag down here to the bottom. But he certainly looks like he's working up top. So whatever the read is here, it looks like it's open over here. So maybe they like this verse close. Maybe they like this verse man. Who knows what their read is. But it's not there. So really, because of the depth here by the number 2 paired with that slant, it's never going to be there, especially versus middle field open. You got this safety hanging right here. You're not going to get the slant. So he's got to go create, buy enough time, no panic. Now, is it a perfect throw down here as this kind of spot works itself open? No, but it's good enough. He basically gets it on his own. You know, I think the element that maybe people were nervous about CJ Stroud creating out of structure before that Georgia game, I think he showed right here, you know, he's got a little bit of it in his bag because there's nothing really there. The scheme here is not giving us a whole lot of answers. He's got to go do it himself. Go, good enough ball, first down. Another nice third down completion right here. We're going to end up getting it to the guy in motion on the little return loop. But I think Stroud does a nice job of working through his progressions right here. A nice job settling down on that loop or return as well for a first down. There are a few things I want to talk about. So first, I love a guy getting through his progressions. This thing is probably left to right. No, all the way across the field. First down. There's a lot to like from Stroud's perspective, the operational element of this. So what this looks like to me is we're trying to get whatever that is up top as the one. It almost operates as like a clear. So the idea being that this, okay, maybe if you love it, take a shot. But we're really probably trying to get the crosser. You know, this to me is almost like air raid Y cross. Okay, it looks like it's paired right here with an in. And what I want to talk about is just, I prefer this play run with a post until you can't curl. So what the hell does that mean? That means that this guy is trying to win to the post. If for some reason he can't win to the post because some DB is back here and he thinks he can't, well, then it turns into like a hunted up old school post curl. So you kind of settle here. So you get the best of both worlds. I think if they had the post till you can't on here, you know, that's a big post touchdown. You see Ohio State do it all the time because they can protect and do it. It takes a while. All that being said, it's not there. The number 3 here, I love on this little looper return. So that's a first down throw, and that's where it is. So he's playing the yellow. It's not there. I'm just saying other elements as you guys kind of try to like widen your football knowledge breadth of how these things are constructed. Put it together down here to the bottom if we had a post on. You know, if you had a post on there, it's got a great opportunity to be a massive hit to the bottom. We don't. They have an in on. He does a nice job finding the number 3 on that looper return. And again, that's a full field read. Look at his base. Look how quickly he plays it. No, boom, first down. Y'all, that's outstanding. From a guy in his first start, rookie, week 1, full field read, 1, 2, 3, 4 for my money. No, yes. Boom. He played it faster than I could say it. Well done. Next one here, beautiful drift post down here to the bottom. Second window, outstanding off play action to your left. Going to be even footwork. Drop it right on him. Rip it in the second hole. This is outstanding. You can just watch the ball handling. We're actually going to get double split flow. Thank you very much. And I think maybe the ball handling could be a little bit tighter just as far as his offhand. But man, there's a lot to like here. So first, what is this play? I talk a lot about drift post. I feel like it's everywhere in the league. Come out of this thing, and then you usually put it right on him, or you can get that second window shot. If the linebacker type is in that first window for whatever reason, you just wait and drive it right onto him right there. It's usually paired, for my money, from a tight condensed split with a 7 stop. We'll see what they do, or corner stop. The other things that I really like about this design here is they get double split flow action. So you get this motion, fly motion coming across. That's split flow. Then the sniffer coming across. Then we get the back down. So 8-person protection. Block them up. Protect the young quarterback. Give him good answers down the field and let it rip. This is outstanding. Watch that action. Double split flow action. Whoop. Okay, we got both of them coming across. Now watch that drift post to the bottom. Manipulate the linebacker type. Wrap it right around 6 ear. Outstanding. From the back, I would just say that offhand potentially could be a little bit more polished instead of flailing out like that. Right on the core. Hit that back foot. Boom. All his cleats in the ground. Let it rip. You can see the second window. First window is not there right away. let it clear, and that's a beautiful hole, big, nice chunk. Next one, really nice little stop or hinge down here to the bottom, 3rd and 7. Find the one-on-one that you like, catch middle field closed, let it rip with beautiful accuracy, anticipation. Again, really impressive, these young guys coming into the league. CJ Stroud ripping some anticipation balls outside the numbers for a big first down on a 3rd down. It's really not, it's not a perfect throw. It's a little low, but I mean, the timing of this thing is outstanding. So I'll pause it at the top, slow this thing down, separate right there. Again, you can see the receiver at the bottom of the screen, not out of the break yet. And again, for my money, I consider a stop route being where you hit the depth that you want and you come right back down the stem, and a hinge being you essentially open the door and like fall out a little bit. A comeback would be, and you turn in. A comeback would be more old school, like turn out and come back down the line. So this is either hinge or stop. For me, though, it's really nice. You might say, damn, that doesn't look open. That's NFL open. One-on-one, you beat it with anticipation. Y'all, enjoy it. A little accuracy as well, right up on them. Pretty impressive. A first down. Boop. Dot. Love to see any quarterback do it. Even more impressive when it's your first start, first week ever in the NFL. Great job getting it out on time with rhythm. People right in your face. Let's go. Next one here. Now we get into a couple misses here. You know, we're running down a 2-minute-ish here, end of second quarter. We're going to take a shot, need a chunk play. I'm not mad at the shot. I'm not mad at the decision. I'm mad at the ball. We can't throw a never-in-history ball outside the white here on a go ball. I know we're probably jacked up, but for me here, we got to give our guy a shot. And if we're going to miss, again, you hear me say all the time, if we're going to miss, let's give him a shot, but we can't miss this wide. That's outside the white. I mean, that's almost 2 yards outside the white. That's over a yard outside the white. That's a wide, wide miss. Got to be a lot more strategic on where we're putting the ball. Make that miss radius real tight, tighten up that deep ball. Again, this to me is a play that a lot of teams run in the league. I'm used to calling it thumbs. And the reason you call it thumbs is make a fist, put your pinkies together, put your thumbs out. That's exactly what the combination of routes looks like. So we're going to take this shot down the field. You like it, let it rip. Just don't throw a never-in-history ball. You pair it with usually someone running an in, and then here are those thumb routes. So you run those like we're running mesh, like we're going to fake the mesh, and then we both come out of it. You've got your pinkies together, thumbs coming out of it. You're welcome. So if you don't like this, and okay, he likes it, let it rip. I'm not mad. If you didn't like it, you'd probably come down here and work this triangle over the ball, probably working one of those loops or returns as essentially pseudo checkdowns. You know, this is mesh-ish. You can see him come out of it if it's not there with that basic or in. You know, the other thing that I wouldn't be mad at here is that's such good coverage on the perimeter once you let this thing go right there. You know, that might be a back shoulder throw, especially to the boundary. I think it's easier to the boundary. But neither of those guys are winning on the perimeter. Just give your guy a shot. And again, from the back, play this thing out where if you didn't like it, so let's say no to the go, yes to the thumbs. You can see those guys, the timing of it, how it would work out. You just come right down and put it on them. Now, again, I don't know the situation in the game. Maybe they don't have timeouts. Maybe they got to take a shot. I doubt it, though, if you're calling this play. Just can't have the ball missed that wide. Next one here, another tough miss for my money. 3rd and 15, rough situation. Little switch release, funky kind of corner return combo. This is a cool scheme. This thing just comes out high and wet. Maybe got that Brad Johnson wet thumb going. That thing misses wide right. It's there. You know, that's a throw that I'm going to guess CJ Stroud makes, you know, a high percentage of the time. Now watch the design at the bottom. It's really cool. So they run this switch release. So I'm always going to be a big fan of doing switch releases. So switch release here. So we're going first, and then he's going to run this little looper return, reverse whip. Okay, that's not going to get a first down on 3rd and 15. But the cool element here is if he goes first, we're going second here. So he's going second, and then he comes out to the corner first. So it puts significant stress on these DB types. And if they're going to play man and they got to sort out essentially double crossers, so cross once, cross twice, it creates all sorts of issues for leverage, coverage, technique, and they really got him here. If you can hold up pass pro wise to do this type of stuff, it's going to work. We're just not on the same page as far as coming out. You can see the receiver comes out a little flat. CJ Stroud throws it a little high and out of bounds. I'm not sure the angle mattered here when you throw that thing that high and wide. But, man, that's a really nice design. Oh, man. That's a good look. On a 3rd and 15, you're hoping for that kind of space separation at the sticks. Wow. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I sincerely appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me personally, so thank you for doing that. We also have the Quarterback School Patreon community. You know about it. Join, become a member, get even more Quarterback School content over there. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, these courses are by far the most in-depth premium content available through the channel. These are deep, deep dives on a lot of my favorite football subjects. RPOs, tempos, pass protection, how to beat every coverage is the best-selling course. We even have an entire offensive system available over there. So hop over there, check out the courses, and enroll. The links are in the video description. We also have a bunch of free resources available, also linked in the video description. Finally, make sure to follow me across social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. All right, coming out of halftime. Guys, I got this great idea. We're going to naked keeper them, except our left tackle is going to sabotage us. This must have been in the air on Sunday around the league. I don't know if I've ever seen this before, and it happens twice, same Sunday. Tough here for Stroud. I mean, the one thing you can say for sure is CJ Stroud has to throw the ball away here. Running a naked keeper, we're out on the edge. You cannot take a sack like this. Okay, that being said, you sure would love for the left tackle to block the defensive tackle. Again, I don't pretend to be an NFL offensive line coach. They're some of my favorite people, very unique people. But I feel like we could give ourselves a little bit better options here as far as just what's going on with what we're doing at left tackle. Okay, so for my money right here, if you're going elephants on parade this way and you're not letting anyone in this gap, you can't just close the gap yourself and then let the defensive tackle come right off your ass and go make this play on our quarterback. Now, again, I've already said it. CJ Stroud has to throw the ball away. But this is not sound either. Okay, so it can be both. Okay, just trying to run like a normal little sneak flat. I mean, anytime you come out of halftime and this is the outcome, for me, it's not a great sign. I mean, again, watch the edge player just destroy this sneak flat. You think 99 has seen this type of play before? Boom. Throw it away, dog. Just throw it away. Sometimes they win. They're a good defense. Throw it away. But watch the left tackle. I mean, you've got the 3 technique on the left guard. You have to block him. You can't just run to the right. I know it's called elephants on parade, but you still have to block someone. I mean, look at the right guard, right tackle. They look like they're trying to do like the conga, right? What are we doing, fellas? Got to block the fucking 3 technique, 78. Come out. Oh, shit. Throw it away. Got to throw it away. Throw it left-handed. Throw it away. Next one here. This is a rough one, man. 3rd and 16. We get a completion for 15 yards up top on what I'm going to call is like a deep curl. The wide receiver up top actually falls. I mean, you got to be able to get a first down here. I know he falls, and hey, that's part of the game. But for my money, you've got to run this at a depth where if you catch it, you get a first down. I think CJ Stroud does damn near everything he can here. I don't pretend to know exactly what the concept is. It looks like everybody's running just deep curls. And it's almost verse quarter, half, which is I think he goes to the right spot. So where this ball ends up going, deep curl up here, 3rd and 16. For my money, you got to get past the sticks. And I know he slips. Okay, don't come at me with that. I get it. It looks like it's paired, though, with what I'm going to guess is like a deep curl here as well. And then the weird one here is he runs around the cloud corner on another deep curl. So if we're going to call this half field over here, and then quarter up here, so quarter half or half quarter, depending on your flavor. Not a lot of great options. I think CJ Stroud does a pretty good job of kind of salvaging this thing and getting damn near a first down. He can't run the route for the guy. Again, when's he let that thing go? A tick of anticipation as he does like his breakdancing up there. Gets turf monstered. But man, it's just brutal for me to have a 15-yard completion on 3rd and 16, and then we run 4th down power and get stuffed. So it really does impact the game. I'm not sure it impacts the outcome of the game. But it's just a lack of details and nuance. And it's nothing from the quarterback. CJ Stroud does everything he can here. It's good enough pass pro. Little game on the right side. They can't pass off the ET. Hang, throw it. Drive it down the field. We got to get a first. Next one here. This is a brutal one. I think this is a first down. They're going to hit us with 0. Again, we're hot. Again, we don't see it. We're holding on to the ball too long. I got all sorts of issues here with the scheme. This is a quarterback channel, though. Talking about CJ Stroud, you got to get rid of the ball, bro. You got to know you're hot. You can't take that sack on first down in the red zone. You cannot take that sack. Now, I don't think he gets any help with the play call here, but we've got a free runner to our right, and it takes a while. He comes from depth. But let's talk about the concept here. We got this like fast motion into what looks like just like a rail or a wheel. Now, I don't know their personnel. I can't tell you who the hell this is. Not very many guys in the league I would say we want to do that for who look like tight end types. If we're going to do that, for my money, I would love to have a pick here on whoever's trying to go with that motion. If we're not going to have a pick here, so if we're just going to do fast motion into this, we're just going to beat him with speed. Say that's Tyreek Hill's brother. Well, then let's have a slant here. I mean, the slant hits for a home run. Then up top, it looks like we've got what I'm going to call is like a slow shallow. He takes a sweet-ass time into the shallow, what I'm used to calling a loop or return out there. So that's not a hot throw. Maybe you could throw this slow-ass shallow as a hot, and then it looks like we're running like a fan or a short post here, which is usually a really good hot option too. It just takes forever because this shallow takes forever. This kind of gets muddied because of that, but it doesn't look like CJ Stroud is even playing it hot. It doesn't look like he realizes they're in zero. Look back. There's no safeties. There's no safeties. You're going to get heated up in the red zone, bro. Throw it. You got to throw it somewhere. Maybe you could throw a back shoulder down here to the tight end, but he's not really looking either. Again, that number 2 up top, I would say that would be where you'd normally throw the hot. If he's looking right there, the back doesn't look like he's there. You can't throw a loop or return. It takes forever. It's just not giving us answers. We need answers to play quarterback. Where do you want him to throw it? There's no good hot options here. And he plays it like it's not hot. So again, I don't expect it to be perfect first ever NFL game, but I would expect him to be able to see he's hot and play the correct side and have better answers. Like, I just don't think that there are answers. If you throw it, if you catch it and throw it, 12 is not looking. 12 is like putting a move on air here. Like, Nothing. Terrible sack. Next one, a beautiful anticipation glance down here on 3rd and 9 to the number 1 at the bottom. They're going to rotate to closed, throw it right into rotation, and that is on him. Beautiful throw. We'll be able to see here from the back. We'll get that anticipation look right down the hash. Snap his head over. Boom. Right on him. Again, love the footwork. Hit that back foot. Boom. Let it go. You can see 12 right down the hash. Beautiful strike on the body on the break. Let's go. And again, this is not an easy setup here. Situational ball, 3rd and 9. So 3rd and 9, we're going to get press versus this. I think it's not the easiest look in the world. Lean into him, and then the ball's in the air as we break to this kind of post area. They're going to go middle field closed. So he's coming down. He's rotating back, so it creates this beautiful void for us to just be able to rip this thing. Again, you got to be crazy decisive. You got to know what's going on. He's locked in back there. Hit that back foot. Again, look at the anticipation. He's separated right there. Look at the receiver. The ball's halfway in the air when he turns around, and it's right up on him. This beautiful throw, man. This is beautiful done. Beautifully done. 3rd and 9. Make it look easy. That looks super veteran-y. Just to make it come out like that. We're not taking hits. We're not taking shots. We're getting big chunks on difficult down and distance. Boom. Again, I really love the tempo of this. And when he hits that back foot, it's coming out with anticipation. And it's right up on him. Let's go. This is a tough one because it ends up being a strip sack. I don't think that there are a whole lot of answers as far as where the ball can go. They're in man coverage. Everything is tight. You'd have to essentially throw someone open. A little bit unfortunate that the right tackle gets turnstiled here. But man, it's one of those things where you can say, hey, maybe you got to obviously protect the football if you can. But you can't. You're also getting ready to throw it. You're in a vulnerable spot. So yeah, we'd love to be able to have 2 hands on the ball all the time and be crazy decisive and get it out on time. That's just not the reality of the speed at the line of scrimmage. Trust me, I know. It happens fast sometimes. I don't necessarily know where you would want him to go with the ball. It looks like we're getting what I'm used to calling like a little shallow here with what I would say is probably the intent of the play of trying to get it to this over paired with an in. Okay, so as this over works across here, I mean, the dude's right in his hip. You can't throw it anywhere. The corner's right in the hip here. You know, this thing is buckled up. It's man coverage. It's tight everywhere. You know, if you had enough pass pro here, you'd say maybe you'd be able to hold on to the ball and get the ball down to the check down. Or you'd say, you know, if we just let this thing rip and we know we have one-on-one, if we're going to take a sack, throw it up down here. But I doubt that's the intent of the play. So just at the top of this thing, where do you want him to go with the ball? And if you're not going to throw the one-on-one to the bottom, where do you want him to go? Look at those guys. They're running in his hip. There's no separation anywhere. I mean, there's no separation. And in fact, it's not a go ball to the bottom. It's a comeback, so we can't let it go immediately. I mean, it's tough. I don't think there's a great spot to go. You just would love to be able to get a few more, you know, ticks of a second to be able to make a decision to better protect it. But this is the reality of how fast it's played. So just being able to say, hey, sometimes we got to eat it, do our best to protect it. But again, you know, maybe you could hold on to it for a ticket longer and throw that in. But I mean, those guys are coming, and they're coming for the ball too. Again, right tackle, that's not my favorite pass set in the world. You know, almost no depth as far as how wide he gets. Wide, get a little bit of depth there with you. You can see the right guard almost goes like deeper. That's tough. Bummer. Last one here, 3rd and 4. We're going to throw a beautiful hinge up top. Again, awesome anticipation, nice accuracy, big time hookup. I always love running these timing routes past the sticks on 3rd down. I think it makes it much more difficult on the DB types. Look at the drop at an angle lined up to the left. It's outstanding. So some really impressive anticipation here on what I'm going to call a hinge here. He all goes 15-ish yards, opens up inside, beautiful ball. Again, y'all, anticipation. Also peep the drop lined up to his left. Okay, just a thing of beauty. This is what throwing people open looks like. This is conversions on 3rd down, outside the numbers, beating them with anticipation and accuracy. Just so much to like here. The drop lined up. Look at the base. When's he let this thing go? Oh, the thing is well on its way towards him. Outstanding timing. Just a thing of beauty, man. First start ever. Week 1, NFL rookie against the Ravens. Let's go. That's awesome, man. It's really impressive. And it's not a one-off either. Right? We've seen multiple examples of him playing with great anticipation, good accuracy. Again, I love the footwork. Look at the subtle movement, though, to be lined up to the left. Boom. Drive it. Boop. First down. Let's go. So that is a wrap. CJ Stroud, tough L. Not sure it was ever going to be close in Baltimore. As far as a first start, though, I thought there was a lot to like. Now, it wasn't perfect by any means. There were some hot issues. There was a little bit of like hero ball where we were taking kind of unnecessary chances. Certainly some protection issues as well tethered into that, makes it even more muddy. But man, CJ Stroud, I thought, showed off some nice anticipation, some nice accuracy. Now, was it perfect all the time? There were some wide misses that I think he would expect to make those throws moving forward. But I think that there's still a lot to like. And certainly as a first start in a tough environment, pretty impressive. We'll see what it looks like moving forward. I would expect it to get better and get better quickly. I'm excited to see what it looks like moving forward. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.
Hello, people. And this is the QB School.